welcome back to Thrills and Chills. This is episode 2 now. Yay, we made it through a whole episode.
Yay! Is nobody else clapping?
No, it's fine. You'll get to hear our personal thoughts and feelings and our favorite scenes and ratings from our favorite films, basically. And we're all about horror, and that's the only thing we cover on this podcast.
Basically.
We apologize for our last podcast. We said that we would be doing tarot for this podcast, but we did not get to. Instead, we are going to be covering the movie Under the Bed, which it's something, I'll tell you. We'll get into that in more depth a little bit later. But for now, we have filming and editing, which is Lee and our other editor, Jacob. Right now, behind the camera, we have sound person, I guess, Gabe. And then on camera, we have
Lee,
Sloan,
Malayla,
Jesse.
And that's it.
a little disclaimer, I only watched the last 30 minutes of the movie, so
Yeah. Okay.
that was the best.
Also, another
30 minutes.
disclaimer: we should have introduced you as a special guest.
Oh, yeah, our special guest, technically.
Technically.
a special guest in front of the camera. There
In
we go.
theory. Okay, so yeah, basically, like last time, we'll be covering our favorite kills, characters, and our chill chart ratings, along with our least favorite of everything, plus some questions this time.
Yay!
Yay! That one.
I messed it up, didn't I?
Yes.
That was on purpose.
One, two,
Boo.
three.
Yeah!
Did it again.
Okay, whatever. Okay, let's
You
get
suck.
into the ratings.
I know
First,
myself.
let's have a rundown of the movie. Would you like to hit that off, Malayla?
Like, basically about what the movie's about.
Yeah.
So basically, I watched this movie when I was like, I don't know, 4, and I remember it being the most terrifying movie ever. I cannot say the same anymore, but it is very good. So, basically the movie is about this kid, this guy named Neil, who just came back from wherever he came back from. His aunt's house,
Somewhere
I'm
in
pretty
Florida.
sure. Yeah. And it starts off with him getting back. He's very strange. He walks like he's a murderer, and he gives very bad boy aura. And he goes home,
Hated
and
that.
he's welcomed by all these random people that are in his house, which he seems very antisocial. I will say
He
that much.
is.
He
He
was
looks
kinda-
like he's got an anxiety disorder.
To be
Yeah.
honest, me too.
And like basically the whole show starts off with the dad being an absolute a-hole, and he's looking for his brother Paulie, was what he calls him, but his name is Paul. And basically this movie is about them surviving the monster under the bed. There
Which
we go.
nobody believes is real, by the way.
Yeah, for some reason, but
Well, I mean, I know why.
Okay, but that because it's a kid's tale. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, there's a monster in my bed.
Oh my
Please
God.
get it.
Dad, please check under my bed for the monster.
But
Hi,
if
you'll
there's-
be fine.
but-
But
the
if
thing
there's a
is-
teenager going around going, oh, there's a monster under my bed. He kind of looks goofy.
No.
You know?
But they all just think he's schizophrenic.
Well, he might be.
After-
On top of the demon being.
He's probably just schizophrenic.
Crazy old Neil.
But no, basically throughout the entire movie, his dad just keeps yelling at the two boys that they're crazy and that there's nothing happening.
the dad seemed very abusive.
He was. He locked them in their room and said, "You can knock if you need to use the bathroom."
Yeah. Keep
Like-
in mind they were probably downstairs the whole time, so who's gonna hear that knock?
So
Real.
I need to watch the first part of this movie because that kind of sounds goofy.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention, he steals their
I
light
need to
bulb.
pee.
Literally.
Please. I need to pee, please.
Please. I beg
I
you.
think we should get into the ratings now.
Yes,
My bad.
we should.
So,
Okay.
the first rating would be favorite kill. And me personally, I would say my favorite kill was Dad because he deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
For
next.
sure. No, favorite kill from the dad, honestly, because me and Lee both agree with this. We love the way his head was ripped from his jaw and completely, like, they went sideways with it.
Very
They
graphic.
didn't go
Like, it's
up and down.
it's off of what normally happens in movies, and that's what makes it, like, noticeable. Is that it went sideways instead of, like, just like that.
If you've ever played or seen Until Dawn, Jessica, her death scene from the Wendigo, it rips her jaw off and crushes her head, and that's where I found out that that was my absolute favorite death in any movie ever.
And the thing is, you may think we're being very harsh about being, oh my gosh, we're so happy that dad died. Watch the movie.
Literally, he makes you angry.
Yes, it was more of a like relief kill. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad he's dead.
So I literally walked in on them watching the movie, and they were like, "Yes, kill them, kill them, kill them!" And I was like,
kill him.
"What's going on?" But then at the last time they were alive, they seemed like they really cared about their children. I was like, "Oh,
They
maybe
did.
they're just stupid." No. Now that I'm hearing all of this, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe not. Wait a minute. I don't think so.
But no, it was honestly just, we thought the mom was gonna die first, and that was a really big twist that the mom didn't die, or the
stepmom. The mom died in a fire or whatever.
Oh yeah. So basically, the start of the movie, you find out that Neil and his brother lost their mom to a house fire, which Neil caused because he was trying to burn the demon. Newsflash, didn't work. He just got sent to a psych ward.
Real.
That didn't
Not real.
work,
Sorry.
obviously, because demons can follow you. You think? So.
I zoned out on that whole conversation. Anyways,
So, least favorite kill? There were only like 3 kills in total, and they were all pretty good. The effects were honestly amazing.
You said you watched it when you were 4, right? Was that whenever it first came out?
basically, yeah. That's a
So
really
that's like 14 years ago,
That
right?
no, for a 2013 movie, those effects were so good.
So like the way that they did the kills, it was like the first 2 with the neighbors, it was kind of like, oh, that's gonna happen. Cause
Yeah,
he goes,
obviously.
turn off the lights and I'll show you my demons.
What
Like
is that?
He hasn't said a
It's
word.
so cliche.
what?
I never
I'm noticing he hasn't said a word.
Oh yeah.
Speak.
speak. So,
Okay.
Okay.
back to,
What's your least favorite kill?
I didn't have one. I put NA.
Okay,
Oh.
well,
They
were all
why
pretty
didn't
good.
you have a least favorite
Right.
kill?
Explain. To be fair, there were only 2
I
kills.
just
in the
said
movie.
they were all good.
Well, technically 3,
Pretty much.
but the boys kind
Um,
of died simultaneously, so
Talk.
We didn't really
talk
see
about.
the boys'
well,
death, did we?
2 on-screen deaths.
2
we don't know
brothers?
if the other dude
Yeah.
died.
We didn't see their death.
well,
No,
it's implied
You-
at the
you
end
did.
of the movie that they all died because, you know, the love interest came running in being like, oh my god, they're all
you saw the death of one of the kids.
dead. Boo-hoo.
I think it was the younger one.
Yeah, more than
Wasn't
one, I
he
think.
the one who got his like head ripped off?
Yes, it was. I
Yeah,
remember.
you get shown their deaths because you do see the older ones, but it doesn't look like he's actually dead because it's.
Oh my gosh. I love the effects in that one because they literally show it ripping out his spinal cord.
Yeah, well, it didn't full out rip its spinal cord out.
No,
Oh my
but-
god, I am stuttering.
It's fine.
Is it?
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So, favorite character?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. Mine was Paulie. I love that kid. He's so cute. He's so adorable. I
Literally.
freaking love him.
He's so charming.
And like, there's one scene where he gives off like the dynamic is really weird because he gives off older brother vibes, even though he's like super tiny and looks like he's 7. And then like Neil is like looks like he's 17. And there's this one scene where he like tries to intimidate Neil's bullies or whatever. And it's like so cute because the dynamic was so weird and it just made me love him even more.
I love how the bully just kind of went away because he was like, this kid's as weird as his brother. I don't want to be here.
Yeah. My favorite character was Polly.
I liked Polly. I loved Polly.
Okay, so mine was Neil. I'm the only one who had a different opinion.
Yeah.
I really thought that Malela was gonna have Neil because in the part where he was laying on the dresser and they were both trying to go to sleep, she goes, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of fine. And I'm like, girly pop, stop.
What are you talking about? Who said that?
I don't know. I like the oddballs. Like the ones who are really fucking weird.
Oh my god, you didn't see the beginning. The way he was
really
standing.
freaking weird.
You did not see the way he was standing in the beginning.
No, okay, no, let's demonstrate. Okay, the way he was standing in the beginning, he had hood up. He was literally standing like this.
Okay, so he's gonna go to somebody's bushes and just stare at them.
Yeah,
like I mean,
he's like a stalker.
Stalk me for all I care. I don't care. I do like his character, but that's only because I really like the weird outcast sort of people.
Okay, but usually I do too. But like I said, he was fine. But I wouldn't. I don't know.
I don't know about that, man.
I keep forgetting this is going on YouTube. Guys, ignore me.
Okay. So on to our least favorite character. I think you can tell by now.
Okay, so I will say my answer like right from the page. The effing dad. The freak. Okay. I would like to make a point that the dad, straight from the beginning, he was like giving the vibes that he wanted to like kill his family.
He was prickly.
Yeah, he was literally like, he would try to quit. Like, they obviously had some tension between them in the car. It starts off with them in the car, basically. And you could tell like the tension. And the dad's like asking all these backhanded questions. And it's like, from there, you can tell the dad's going to be the bad guy in this situation.
And at one point during the movie, he even straight up said to Neil, "Are we going to have to take you back to your aunt?" I'm like, "Oh, whoa, buddy. Calm down."
That would have been the best move for him, to send him back to his aunt.
Literally.
Then he wouldn't have died.
Well, not necessarily. Because when he was at the aunt's house, he was like, it wasn't bothering him.
Yeah, because when he went to the aunt's house, it swapped from him to Polly. So, I mean, it's very possible he would have died anyway.
Maybe it's just the family. Maybe it's like leeching onto its mom.
At first, we thought it might have been the house, but if it's following both of the brothers, no matter where they go, even into the neighbor's house, then, like, I mean, you can't really say anything.
And they started talking about dead skin cells and whatnot.
Oh my God.
It's following our skin cells.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, there's skin cells on your sheets and they're eating the skin cells. But what if the skin cells aren't enough anymore and they need more? And they need to eat us?"
Basically. And some of their plots didn't make sense.
Confused.
But yeah.
Once again, only saw the 30 minutes. And because I only watched the 30 minutes, my least favorite character is literally just the two neighborhood boys.
Wait, the last 30 minutes is what you saw?
Yeah.
Okay, but also, yeah, continue with yours.
They were just kind of rude little kids, and I hate kids, so that just made it worse.
I hate kids.
Ooh, I don't fully hate kids, but I don't like them.
Do you have a love-hate relationship with kids? Is that what you're saying? You have a love-hate relationship with them?
Neutral. Sometimes hate. So it's a neutral hate relationship, not a love hate.
So here's the neutral line. It fluctuates between there and there. Not up. Just there and there.
But no, when you describe these boys, they literally, one of the lines they said was, "Wow, you don't have a TV in your house?" And they were constantly looking at the TV and every question Paul and Neil asked them, they were just like, "Uh-huh, yeah."
They sounded like rich snobs.
They didn't.
They were.
Exactly.
They didn't care at all about what they were saying.
Let me show you my demons.
And then, when they got in their little seance circle, they were like, "Yo, this is actually insane. Maybe y'all do need to go to a mental hospital."
There were so many insults thrown around, but some of them were really creative, and it was really good. I have to admit that.
It was.
Can I say my least favorite character real quick?
Yeah, I thought yours was the
Dude,
dad as
you
well.
haven't said hardly anything.
I'm trying to say
I haven't.
stuff.
Hey, can I say mine? Can I say mine? It's the dad as well. Okay, but what's your reasoning for it? Go for it.
Well, I guess that he's just not a good dad in general. Abusive, like both of y'all said. Just really not the type of dad that you want to be around. And if my dad was like that, I'd want to leave. I'd straight up
They
leave.
do.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad isn't around, so I don't exactly know what a good father is, but I know that from what y'all are saying, that one's definitely not one.
That one's definitely not one. Okay.
Scratch that one off the list.
Okay, let's go on to our chill chart.
Being recorded. I did that.
Okay, let's move on to our chill chart. I was shivering in my timbers. I was absolutely amazed on the effects and the just quality of the movie in general. For being 2013, it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, but mine was just clutching my pearls because, like, the kills were cool. The monster looked funky.
Oh my god. He literally, the
But-
monster looked like sludge. I'm not gonna lie.
He wasn't
Okay.
scary, though.
Yeah, the monster. Okay, throughout the movie, I noticed this. The monster looked like different throughout the whole movie, like each scene.
Yeah.
Until that ending,
He
part,
kind of looked like
it
he
didn't
was
have like a.
he was like
He was-
slumping.
Okay, if I can describe this, he looked like gray sludge. Honestly. And then he just randomly had like these weird, crazy, long, pointy fingers.
Yeah, that part was. Yeah, it was odd. It was really odd. Like I feel like the only thing that made sense about the monster was the pointy fingers.
He needs to
Yeah.
put those sheets right back on.
Real question is, why did we go into the upside down to like get the why?
Wait,
Okay, but that
we'll
was
get into it.
before
That's the
Stranger
question.
Things.
Questions, though.
Oh, it's
that
not
was
questions?
before Stranger Things.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it was before Stranger Things, which is why I'm
So
like,
technically, it's
baffled.
not the upside down.
Oh, it's the upside down. It looked like the upside down. The monster looked like a demigorgon.
Okay, but if that thing
Okay.
came first, then you
So,
can't name,
New
compare it to
theory, Stranger Things stole the under the bed.
the... Yes.
Okay.
Oh, what are you typing? Oh,
Typing down what y'all
She's-
said.
No, she's searching something up. Yeah.
Whatever.
What? What?
I think she looked up when did Stranger Things
She did.
come
Yeah.
out. And it was like, it said July 15th, 2016.
Yeah.
Told you.
So.
Loser.
Whatever.
Womp womp.
Ugh, I'm so tired of you. That's what you sound like.
Okay, Jesse.
Whatever.
My chill chart rating was barely boo worthy. It didn't really like make me shiver my timbers or anything. It was a good movie, I will say, but it just didn't get the horrorness into me.
Shivering.
I don't think you also paid attention to the movie that much.
Okay, but
I did
chills
a
can
little
also
bit.
come from like not just from being scared. It's more of like how you feel about the movie. If it gave you chills by just how good it was, by stuff like that, that could also
By literally what I said, the effects.
that
gave
could
me
also
chills.
play into your rating. It's not just how much it scared you.
Yeah.
So are you gonna keep it at 2 or
Yeah, I'll just keep it at 2.
okay?
My chill chart rating was what the flip. My chill chart rating was clutching my pearls, quite literally.
Oh, she has
Middle
pearls.
of the movie, I just watch her go.
No, like okay, I feel like this is like my nervous tick I play with my necklace, but that movie like literally had me clutching my pearls. Like
Your mic's all the way.
Yeah,
over
why is
there.
it turned that way?
I don't know. I literally keep having to turn it this way. Okay. Anyways, like the movie literally had me clutching my pearls. Like there was parts that I would like actually be scared of. They didn't really have jump scares, but like the tension was really good in the movie. I will say
I
that
don't
much.
like movies that use jump scares as their main, like.
Yeah, you
scare
have to
effect.
use like building up the
Yeah,
music,
Tension.
but don't use like just sudden loud music to try and scare somebody.
yeah.
Like the music can cause like chills in somebody.
Mhm.
you can use certain music to inflict certain emotions, but a lot of movies now don't do that. They just use a sudden loud noise to scare the crap out of you.
Sometimes it works, but sometimes it's like, wow, you really could have done something else with that scene.
Yeah, like you jump. Yeah, you jump, but like that's it. You don't go, oh, that was actually kind of scary. I'm scared. No, you just sit there and go, oh my God, why would they play that?
Why would they do that?
Why?
Okay.
I like
that
that
it?
this movie didn't do that.
Are we moving on to the questions?
I think we are moving on.
Yeah.
to the
Okay.
questions. I would like to ask the question that
Go ahead.
I forgot it. Hold on. Okay, wait. That's a really weird way to word my question. So my immediate question I had when the movie ended was, what the freak was the monster following? Like they kept trying to figure out what, who, why it was following them.
We
and
kept trying to figure that
liter-
out.
Well, because at the end of the movie, they use like somebody who was already dead to kill him.
Yeah. No, they
That's
literally...
another question that's what I was about to say. That's another question that's not on the list.
Yeah, well, I tried to get us to think of questions.
She's
and-
actually Jesus Christ and
We didn't mention
reincarnated.
that.
Yeah.
I thought it was because Paul had said that thing has been following him for like 2 years, and when he came back from his aunt's house, it was starting to follow him again and go after Polly.
Well, yeah, but that wouldn't make sense what it's
So-
following. Or
Okay, to
why
explain what
it's
we're
following.
talking about, the mother's ashes is what killed the Demogorgon-looking monster or whatever.
The
And
sludge.
We would like to know why, because was the mom like God or something? Like what's going?
Okay.
It just could have.
Also, another explanation. It was the mother's ashes. Neil literally picked up the mother's ashes and threw them at the monster. I'm not joking.
Yeah, and it was like a really weird, like there was no explanation to it. Like, why is my mother's ashes killing this random monster?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They didn't even question it.
Didn't the urn like knock over and he like the monster touched it and
It
then
got on his
immediately
pants and he like kicked his foot towards the monster and he like
Is that what happened? I thought it made
Polly goes,
the monster.
the ashes.
I thought that's what happened. Like,
No,
it,
'cause
like
he
when
knocked-
the urn spilled, it made like a line, and he tried to like grab Neil or whatever.
yeah, he
and
tried
like,
to grab his foot, which had his mom's ashes on him.
I don't even remember that.
It's just the fact of okay, so it's been following this family, but also hasn't been following this family.
But
It was like in and out of certain people. What if it was following the mom at first and the mom like because I don't know how to.
that's
explain
what
it.
we tried to think
It-
of
that-
as an explanation.
I'm not gonna lie, that would make sense because he was talking about how he was like, the reason mom died is because she believed me. What if she believed him because she knew it was actually
Yeah.
there?
Well,
like-
yeah, that could also be an explanation, but that wouldn't explain how her ashes killed him.
That's
Like that would just be like, oh,
Maybe that's the original who it was following or something. I don't know.
maybe
I
it
don't
was
know.
trying to kill Christ.
I
I'm
don't
still
know.
sticking with she's Christ. It
Maybe
reincarnated.
his mom was a Holy Ghost.
Who knows? But
A descendant of Jesus or whatever.
okay, our next question is like, how do you explain this to the cops?
That was my
Oh my
question.
god, yes, because the ending scene,
The cops showed up.
yeah, the cops first of all, I was kind of confused of who called the cops, even though the neighbor came running over, and I was like, maybe it was her.
Maybe she called the cops.
But then again, they were making a lot of noise. Maybe it was somebody in the neighborhood.
Maybe
So-
they just called him because of a noise complaint.
Maybe that's 3 burned, mutilated dead bodies that are 2
Yeah.
of them are laying in one house. One of the is laying in the other house, and there's blood everywhere because of the flesh sacks that they put Polly in.
Flesh sacks.
Well, that's no other way to explain it. Because he was dripping in blood because of it.
Yeah,
And sludge, but that's
another. Yeah,
completely different. The question is, how do you go, oh, a demon did this?
What demon?
but also I'm really
Where's it at?
No, but also I'm really confused from that because when Neil had the rope tied around him and he crawled under
Fucking
the
snapped.
or what? Well, when he had the rope tied around him and he originally crawled under the bed, he just kind of walked into a forest. But then when Polly got drug under the bed by the sledge thingy, he ended up in this like flesh sack, like you said.
Well, because that.
So what does this monster do?
Well, he did.
Maybe it was preserving its food.
That's possible.
Neil also said it was after him just trying to get Polly to get him, which is very probable because of how the thing went.
Yeah.
But also, back to what you said about him crawling and then suddenly walking. They should have had him crawl into that forest and then push himself up.
Yeah.
And also, didn't the rope snap?
It did.
It did. And somehow they got pulled out from under the
Because
bed
the mom,
with the rope.
the mom,
She
the
was.
stepmom, she
She didn't reach herself in there. She reached one of her hands, but
Yes,
that's it.
that's what I was trying to say.
But
Oh,
like, does
okay.
that mean like it's a space, little space to go in between?
Right, maybe like
That's so weird.
She must
Also,
have a
why is
long
the
arm.
portal still open?
Like, how do you close the portal, first of all?
Yeah, why is it after he pulls
Is
Polly
there
in? Why
only
is it
one
still
of these
open?
things?
Probably not.
How many
Okay.
of these things are there?
that is.
Does that seem like a whole dimension?
That's a question that we didn't have on the thing that should be. How many of these things are there? And how do we know it's not, like, tormenting other families?
Your kid is
Like-
right. There's a monster under the bed. There's a monster under the bed. There's a monster under the bed. There's a monster under the
Let's,
bed.
let's not.
Okay. But like, never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
My bad.
Okay. Should we just swap to the next question? I mean,
Sure. So, the last question is how many crime? Okay, the cop in the ending scene, the cop showed up, and
like we said.
yeah, and they like walked up. Our question was how many crimes would they be convicted of? Because I know those cops are not gonna believe that the demon did this.
No.
So who did?
Neil will be tried as an adult
Yes.
for all three of those murders. Polly might be a witness. He might be thrown into a mental hospital.
Okay, but also they might try to convict Polly also because he was covered head to toe in blood.
Yeah, but at some points that could just mean, oh, they were there. They got like roped up in it. It doesn't mean that they were like helping.
But it was a neighbor who also witnessed it.
I also
She's
think
Neil's age.
Yeah, I also think that they're going
Yeah.
to try to convict Polly of all of these crimes. They're not going to try him as an adult because obviously that's illegal. But they are going to convict him of at least criminal what's that word? Helping the person. Oh my god.
Yay!
What's that word?
Accomplice?
Accomplice. Yeah, they're gonna
This is what we've been trying to figure out for a
They're
while
gonna-
now.
Yeah, they're gonna try him as they're gonna at least accuse him of being an accomplice. I'm sorry, but how do you explain somebody's head getting ripped off? A normal human cannot do that. They didn't have any equipment around. There is no proof that there was any equipment because there wasn't.
What do you have to say, Malila?
That's true.
Oh.
I was gonna say that's true because like that's a grown man. I'm sure he would have fought back. He's like what? Like obviously over 150 pounds. So like a grown man.
Probably
to
So
fight-
over 200.
Yeah,
That
over
man was
250.
that man was
That
on
was
the
me being
bigger
generous,
side.
guys.
No,
That
I'm
was not generous.
He was over 250.
Most guys are 180 or above.
Well,
Unless they're super
get back on
skinny.
to the
Okay. But anyways, so obviously Neil would be convicted of probably first degree murder of 3 people.
I think it would be second degree because it doesn't seem planned.
Well, they could very much get around that. If your lawyers also there's no like
looking for another word.
yeah.
Want a break from the ads?
Want to break from
I
Sorry,
got you.
that's
This helped last time.
It always does. But I'm just going to go on another train of thought. So, there's obviously lawyers. You have to have lawyers in every single crime committed. So, who is going to be the prosecutor? What is going to frick?
What do you mean prosecutor exactly?
Because there's
Like who's reporting the crime? Or
yeah.
Well, nobody survived except for the stepmom, the neighbor, and Paul and Neil.
Well,
The neighbor by his girlfriend or whatever.
the love interest, we'll call her. But
I don't know her name.
also, she's probably just going to have to.
Kara's her name.
Thank you.
Kara.
I was literally just about to search it up.
I'm surprised anybody.
How did you remember that?
Because when she came into the house and she said Neil or something like that, Paul was surprised and said Kara or something.
Oh,
was
okay.
It was like, Kara. I don't know.
I really like that you reenacted that.
Right.
But no. So there's obviously going to be the defendant and the prosecutor. Obviously, the defendant is going to be Neil. There's no way they are not charging this man for every single crime that is.
So he's gonna get 3 life
Committed.
sentences. Is he gonna get recharged for the arson that he committed?
Probably not, because he was already convicted of it, and it. Well, thing is, first he said he went to court, but they pled insanity, so
But
Maybe
was
they
that-
could
he-
plead
he was saying
insanity
that-
again.
I don't know if he was just saying that to for the bullies or
that's true.
because that was during the little bully thing. I don't know how much of that they made up, but we strayed from the actual question.
Yeah.
How many crimes would they be
How
committed
many
of?
crimes?
Well, I started going on about
A
that.
lot.
He would get 3 life sentences. But would
Arson, assault.
Okay, but what if he doesn't get committed for arson again because he didn't commit it again?
Yeah,
They
don't
already-
think-
If they're charging him just on what they're seeing from the bodies, it would be.
Oh yeah, because it's
arson,
burn marks all over this.
assault.
Oh yeah, because when the
Murder.
creature touches you, it burns you. I totally
he
forgot
literally-
about
literally-
that.
That's when the-
They're
the
literally
dad
ash.
came in and he immediately thought that it was Neil
Yeah,
that did that
'cause
spot to his.
Polly literally
Polly.
has an entire mark this wide on his neck.
Okay, so yeah, then arson on bodies, but that's even worse than actual arson.
Yeah,
If you burn a body, then they're gonna charge you more than they would
there
for
would.
arson.
Okay, so not arson, probably torture of an innocent victim. I want to say first degree murder of 3 people. So, first degree murder, torture upon multiple people.
We talking about Neil?
Yes,
Neil's what he's going to be convicted of?
yes,
Okay.
because I don't know how Kara.
Yeah, Kara.
Yeah.
Kara.
I don't know how Kara is going to be in this, if she's going to try to be a witness and be like, hey, all this stuff really happened, but I don't know
To
if
be
she
fair,
would actually
will they
do
even
that.
get convicted at all? Because there's no probable evidence that it was them, and they have
No.
a solid alibi.
Probably not.
Well, I feel like
Unless you're going on blame.
So this says arson gives you 20 years. So bodies would probably be about 50 to 75.
yeah. No, he's definitely
There's no way there's no way he's getting out of prison.
He's
he's
definitely
getting the
getting
death
life.
penalty.
Oh yeah, the death
He's
penalty
getting
will
the
probably.
death penalty. No doubt. This poor man, honestly.
Is the death penalty the same thing as the electric chair?
Yes.
Yeah, the electric
don't do
chair
that
lethal
anymore.
injection. Some
They-
states still
lethal
do
injection
lethal
now.
injection.
No, but I'm saying the electric chair has been banned in most states.
Florida's. No, they haven't banned it in Florida. Have they?
I don't
Uh,
know. But most nowadays is lethal injection because it's the most humane way. Although, my personal opinion, I feel like
Electrocute them! Electrocute
No.
them!
I feel like, in my opinion, if it is a true murderer and there's hard, solid evidence that this person did these things to multiple or even one person, they should get the same fate that they put upon their victims. That is
What if they raped their victims?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not joking.
Oh my god.
I am not joking. I want no. I want,
Speak that truth.
no. I want.
Minecraft sheep.
Oh my god,
I
Gabe.
want these people to
Gabe.
realize that their actions have tortured people, caused PTSD, caused bodily physical harm, and I want them to experience and know what they did.
We
Can't be
strayed
undone.
so far from the topic.
Yeah, that's what we always do.
All right. What charges would Polly get? Would
Obviously-
he be getting the same as Neil?
No,
no.
because he's a
No.
kid.
I don't think he'd end up charged with anything.
No, I think
He might
If
either.
anything, he'd get sent to like a mental asylum or
Yeah.
That's
something.
what I was saying. Either mental asylum or
they're
with
definitely gonna put him in an asylum for
either
sure.
asylum or adoption center if the stepmom can't get him.
I think she would
Because
try her hardest. Honestly, she looked like she really cared for Polly in every circumstance that they had together.
I thought you guys were like upset with the stepmom, and I was like, oh, what
Well,
did
at
she do?
We don't like
First-
her either.
At first, she was. She's all right now.
If
She's not
At
the
the end, she was all right, I
She's
guess.
no,
not
I
the best.
still
She-
wanted her to die too.
She's still stuck up for the dad in multiple cases where she shouldn't have. Definitely.
Not to mention
But-
the fact that she completely blamed Neil for like causing the burn mark on.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
and
Because
then
when the dad walked
the dad
in,
thought it was Polly that did it to himself, and the
No.
mom just immediately thought it was
No.
Neil.
He didn't. He.
Dad thought it was Neil. Stepmom thought
No,
Polly did it to
they-
himself.
No, it was the opposite.
They no.
Oh.
Guys, I'm saying they both thought it was Neil. When the dad was yelling at Neil, he said, "What? Do you expect me to just believe that Paul did this to himself?"
Oh, okay.
And context clues
Yeah.
apparently.
So
Yeah.
I didn't watch the first part.
I love
But-
that I remember just the littlest parts.
But you can't remember the big details.
Yeah,
I would like to wrap this podcast
Yes.
up though,
we very much should.
because we have gone over time and you still have to edit.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, so that's it for episode 2.
Whoa!
got done.
I recommend you watch this movie. It was actually pretty good.
It's honestly at least 9 out of 10. I recommend 10 out of 10, but whatever.
Good job, Malala, on picking the movie.
Yes.
I recommend a 0 out of 10. I
Shush.
slept through it.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
You
Gabe
did
slept
You
through
did
the
sleep through it.
he slept on a bag of insulation.
also I would like to
Yeah.
say
I was
what
sleeping.
I am the one that usually picks out the movies. We come to like a group agreement, but I like, throw suggestions out there. So if you'd like to like comment something that you want us to
yeah.
review, I will totally look at those comments for us.
And
So,
if I seem interested, I will kick that one out and get in here.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
we'll be a recurring
Saturn will
special
be
guest.
back next episode. Saturn will be back next episode. She wasn't feeling well, and she had to edit the rest of our film that we just filmed and got done with. I think that's it. For our 3rd episode, we're aiming to look at the Smile franchise, Smile 1 and 2, because their Smile 2 is coming out relatively soon.
October 18th.
Yes.
I'm so
Um,
excited.
I will not be part of that one.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking your spot next episode.
I don't know if I want to be part of that one because I don't necessarily like the Smile franchise.
Yeah, so basically, like normal, we'll be rating favorite kill, favorite character, chill chart, and I think that's it. Is that a wrap?
Yeah.
That's
That's
a wrap.
Bye.